Hey, I'm Kaz, a channel for the higher light.
And I'm Sally, your energetic guide and card reader.
This is the Quantum Thread.
A space to demystify energy, explore consciousness, and empower you to trust your inner truth. Well, welcome back, everyone. This is episode 4 of the Quantum Thread. How has your week been, Kaz? And can you believe we've made it to episode 4?
Episode 4. That's awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. We just love getting together and doing these. It's brilliant. And this week has been absolutely fabulous. It's had its moments, breakthrough moments, but it's outright everything is going wonderfully. How about you?
That's so good. Interesting you say breakthrough because a couple of weeks ago, I was having a breakdown. But that's, change happens when you do things differently. And for me, it's often when I have to hit that wall of like things cannot keep going the same way. And so for me, it was a breakdown, which I called to enable me to have a breakthrough, to then break free. So it's interesting that you're
Yeah.
going through the breakthrough too. Mm.
Yeah. And I've had that many of them. That I no longer refer to any of them as breakdowns. They're not breakdowns, they're all breakthroughs right from the get-go,
Mm.
because as soon as you realize that something's breaking through rather than breaking down, then you can feel that
Mm.
magic of alchemy that's transforming in your chest. And that is beautiful. It's looking at it all in a whole new way.
I love that magic of alchemy. That just gave me goosebumps and tingles when you said it. I could feel it flowing through, the magic just going through. Because I often say it's the universe works in magical and mystical ways. And it is magical.
Yeah.
There's no logic sometimes behind it all. It's just
Yeah.
energy, right?
And it is the way that you look at things. We've all been taught to look at things a certain way, but
Mm,
when we shift that and we get a whole new perception, like I can look now at my own emotional anguish
mm,
from a positive perspective, because it is the magic of alchemy, just feeling it and knowing that it is such a beautiful thing to be able
mm.
to feel like that is what being human is all about, and to be able to transform that into pure joy or bliss is such an incredible thing that we're all capable of doing.
Oh, I love that, the pure joy and bliss. That's that transformation that we're going through at the moment. And over the last few weeks, we've been talking about how to start to immerse yourself into that energy of the joy and the bliss by dipping your big toe in. And like you said, everything is perception just before. And last week we were talking about time and that there is no time. It's such a 3D sort of paradigm. And then when we are feeling more with this new the 5D way, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, but it is more about feeling and sensing and being in
Yeah.
that joy and bliss energy. And it does feel good. It does give you the tingles and it is the magic
Yeah.
of me. It feels amazing.
Yeah. And for those who are somewhat still allowing the 3D, third dimensionals to rule their life, it may feel quite boring to just be told to be, like to be in the stillness, to quieten down, to turn the TV off. It's like, how boring. What do you do? Just sit there and stare at the sky. It's like, I get to sit here and connect with the sky. And that is so much more exciting than any TV show will ever be. And to do that from a place of not understanding it and learning how to do it and how to connect, having that journey from boredom to excitement
Mm.
is unexplainable, totally unexplainable.
So good. And I think you brought up a good point because this transition is about getting out of that action, doing to being. And at first
Yeah,
it might be, I mean, it's so, when sometimes you get really sick and you can't get out of bed and you're forced to rest, right? And you
yep,
can't do it. And you just, and you can't even lift your arms up, your head, it's too heavy and it's just, you're forced to rest. So imagine if you had got out of this action doing and was forced to just be. And you would probably find it boring. I mean, I'm still getting torn back with my to-do list, which is action,
Yeah.
action, action, 3D, and it's
Yeah.
still driven by pay the bills and that sort of stuff. But I'm still
It
learning,
is. Do that.
yeah, and still learning how to transition to be boring.
Yeah. It's anything to distract the mind
Yeah.
away from that stillness that we really need to have a soul-led life.
And I think that's the stepping stone that you were saying to get into that boring space to then find the excitement. So it's just that,
Yeah.
it might in your head seem boring, but then you're energetically, your soul is going, yay, yahoo, connection.
Freedom.
Works so
Yeah.
well, right? The freedom. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I can connect most things back to freedom because freedom to me is the most exhilarating part of walking into the fifth dimensional energies.
Mm, mm,
Absolute freedom from everything that held me down.
mm. I like to team freedom with inner peace. The inner
Yeah,
peace, get into that space, and that gives me the freedom because it calms the mind. It
yeah,
helps me stay more centered and more being, more
yeah,
5D, new world, whatever you want to call it. And so if I know my mind's at peace, then it allows me to tap into that, the magic of the alchemy, the freedom.
yeah. It's because that, when you create peace, you're creating a hole in your life that you perceive as being boring, and we'll label it peace. But as you create it and the soul begins to flow to the surface,
Mm,
it fills that space with some of the most incredible parts of your being that you c- you know I could never have imagined, that I've learnt along the way, and it's all so real. It's
mm,
okay, science is not caught up with the spiritual world completely yet. It's getting there,
mm,
but you can have these experiments with yourself and you will know. Doesn't matter what science says. I'm experiencing this. I know it's real.
mm.
And then you get to elevate further and help others to do it. And it's just such a beautiful process.
So good. And that silence too. I think the silence is golden. It's like when you're in a nice warm bath and there's just, you're just lying there and it's just so good, so soulfully connected. And
Yeah.
it's peaceful and you just feel the worries of the world literally wash away, water
Yeah.
cathartic. And it's just like, oh, hot water. Oh my God, that's my jam. My showers. I don't know about you, but I'm having longer and longer showers, particularly in the morning, just to help me wash away the stuff, stay connected, let go, surrender, and just be in that silence.
Yeah. Water is a beautiful cleanser for our energetic system.
Mm,
So, and that flow also helps the Taurus to flow and to
mm.
refluff,
Please, I
as we
think
were talking about last week.
I love that. I love that. Oh, goodness. So I think we might, like, I don't know, should we talk to the channels about the
Yeah.
boringness of being and get the,
My guides love stillness.
yes. Well, I love it too when I get there, but it's the blocks, right? It's just, oh, it's very hard when you're surrounded to go within, right? I don't know. Let's see if we've got any tips coming through today. So Kaz is just getting herself settled, anchored, grounded, and then connecting into the golden group, our channels that are here to provide clarity, insight, guidance, wisdom, tips, and tools to help us navigate through this dimensional shift from the old world to the new world, whatever you like to call it. But you know what I mean. Let's see what they've got to share with us today.
Welcome, welcome, dear ones. And we thank you so much for creating this space that we so much love to come through so that you may hear our transmission and feel that sense of divine energy that you all are. Would you like to ask a question?
Yes, thank you so much. And once again, so much gratitude for you sharing your wisdom and insights with us. So, we were chatting to the channel just before about the boringness of being and being in that stillness, feeling it. And once again, helping us as we navigate into this boring state, if you like, of this stillness, the silence, and helping us navigate our way into it, out of this doing, busy mentality sort of world that we're living in at the moment.
The stillness, the boringness. The boringness is a complete retraining of one's thoughts to the fact of their realization that they do not need to have any thought, that they do not need to accept these thoughts from the lower energies as they come through, that they can elevate themselves into higher thoughts and these higher energies that they allow themselves to anchor into rather than the exciting lower frequencies
Mm, mm,
actually create more of an excitement, an exhilaration for life as it is, rather than filling it with the earthly pleasures that lead to emptiness.
mm,
Stillness is not emptiness.
mm,
Emptiness is filled with the lower vibrational thoughts and activities. That is your emptiness. Those things cannot be kept and held onto by the soul being.
mm,
They are empty, yet give one the feeling of a full ego, of satisfaction. Satisfaction is an ego trait, not a soul trait. A soul trait is contentment, is exhilarated, is delighted. Soul can see all that is, can feel all that is, and is more than happy to be more, to feel more, to explore more, to reach for more, to part the seas and to go forth into the unknown. And the boring ego may choose to explore, yet it is all of a different type of exploration. It is one that is not held, is not able to be contained within the soul, and therefore is lost. Are we explaining it
oh,
adequately?
so beautifully. And, you started saying it's the retraining of the thoughts, but the boring is from an ego perspective. And from a soul perspective, it's just that stillness is exhilarating. It is exciting. And it's, it, I really loved how you said, it's about satisfaction for the ego and keeping it busy, keeping it entertained, but it's empty at the end of the day. Whereas the stillness is anything but empty when it's a soul stillness, as opposed to an ego stillness is, lacking satisfaction. It requires like being plugged in all the time. It's like having a PowerPoint stuck in and you're always on. Whereas from the soul perspective, being in that stillness, there is no plug. It's just, there is no electronics. There's nothing that needs to be turned on. There's no gadgets.
Yet there is such depth.
Mm,
There is so much more contained within that stillness,
mm,
that empty space that one believes they are creating. There is so much substance within that space.
mm,
that can only come forward and show itself when that stillness has been created.
mm,
It cannot show itself when one is playing their video games continuously,
mm,
or any of the other devices that the world has created to distract them from the sovereign being that they are, and to feel the love that they have within them, that they have all around them. These are the treats of being a human,
mm.
is to be able to be human through the soul.
I love that because it's the the ego-based way is very shallow, and it is about creating more and more distractions. And I think distractions from your feeling, whereas this soul-based way is so deep. There's so much depth to it, into that stillness, and it's about feeling into it. So when we're so busy with the distractions, we can't feel because we're just almost numbed out with the noise, the busyness, the video games, the plugged in items versus the unplugged. There's this stillness and depth and feeling that we were chatting with the channel before about the alchemy, the magic of the alchemy, that you, when you're in this soul-based space and just feeling that excitement, that exhilaration, just the vibe is very different.
This is why it is so important for the star seeds of now to show the way,
Mm,
for the way has been told over and over for so many years that it is widely disbelieved in,
mm,
pushed aside as folklore, old wives' tales. And so, being all that you can possibly be, your highest self, to self actualize who you are in that magical way, to lead that so that others may see your light,
mm,
so
mm,
that they may follow into their own sovereignty.
mm,
This is how the light bearing is passed along from one to the other, building this heavenly consciousness that is passed throughout the entire cosmos.
mm,
There is so much peace coming towards the earth right now. Yet there are many who are still only seeing the war.
mm,
It's the retraining to see all the helpers, see the good in the world,
mm,
see what's changing, be that change.
mm, mm,
Give all of that change the energy so it may flourish, rather than giving your attention, your energy to the negatives
mm,
so that it has more. There is no need for the negativities of this world to have anyone's energies,
mm,
allowing it to grow. We say stop.
mm,
Give your love to the love so the love may grow.
mm,
Give your love to yourself so that you may grow. And do not give anything to the negativities.
mm.
We love you. We
Thank
thank you. And we bless you.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. So that's given me some goosebumps. Woohoo. Always so insightful and helpful. So thank you so much. As Kayla's coming back into us. Wow. Did you pick up on all of that? Retraining the world. Oh, lots to discuss with that. I think that's when she's back. You never know what the topic's going to be. We do try to pick it beforehand. Flow with the
Did
energy.
you say retraining the world?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Where's my whip? Look at you.
Exactly, exactly. Well, we started today talking about retraining our thoughts, and we ended up with retraining the world away from the distractions. The channel said, stop. We've just got to stop being caught
Yeah.
up with distractions with these heavy, low level energies. It's so ego based. It's the war. It's this and that. But stop paying attention to it. It was just like,
Yeah.
just stop. And we need to be the example. We need to be the change. We need to be the light, and others will follow the light. The consciousness will be guided that way, because as starseeds of the world, it's our role to really step into this being space. So fabulous insights again, Kaz. Thank you so much for channeling through. It's really, really good explanation about ego is so empty because it's all about the distractions. And we ended up with the analogy of plugging things into the wall and all the video games and all that sort of stuff. And it's distracting us from actually feeling. Whereas, the soul
Yes.
is feeling. And this,
Yeah.
stop the distractions. Stop.
Yeah.
Follow the,
They, whoever they are, they don't want us to feel,
no, that's
but
right.
feeling is the essence of who humans are. Like,
Yeah.
and I used to hate feeling. I was so repressed, I was taught to
Yeah.
repress.
Yeah.
And now I love to feel.
Mm.
Feeling is great.
We're
I
emotional.
had a big breakthrough this morning and I
Yeah.
cried for hours and it was so beautiful, to have that love for myself, to
Mm.
be able to feel that and to change that, to transform that, and to experience that. That's life.
And that was exactly how the channel finished, saying about bring the love into yourself, bring it in and get away. And they literally said stop. It was almost like a little bit firm, like a parent saying, like, stop it now. Enough of like the distractions. It's not good. It's not healthy. Just follow the light. And was basically saying those who are people like watching here, be more of the light, be more in the being, get out of the ego based distraction, not feeling, and start to sense and feel. So hence it might feel a bit boring at the beginning, but imagine doing nothing and then, like you were saying, finding that excitement, that exhilaration, looking into the stars, just being and just feeling amazing. Incredible.
When you're looking into the stars, even that can be changed and allowing the stars to look into you.
Mm.
That's transformation. Knowing that the stars are looking into you and you are connected to that star. You are a part of that star. That star is you. Like it's just really incredible.
Oh, look, and they were saying that things are speeding up. The transition or the awakening is happening a lot quicker, and we can sense it and feel it. And I don't know, just when you're talking about looking into the stars and they're connecting back, and I can feel it going through me, even just talking about it. So I think our we started and finishing with our conversation with the channel was about retraining our thoughts, retraining the world, starting to feel more and just stop with the distractions. It's like if we had a power outage or something, and how good would that be? We might be stuck and go, oh, well, I'm bored. You know how kids used to say, oh, I'm so bored. And I always say there's no such word as boredom. There's always find things to do, but things to do is doing nothing. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's see what the cards have to say.
What about the cards? Yeah, good one. All right, let's shuffle up. Let's good hemisphere. Yeah, so good to remind me. Okay, let's see what clarity, insight, and direction. It says feelings don't define you. There you go. It's all about feelings. Your feelings are valid, but also can be temporary. They don't have to permanently define you. Like you were saying this morning, letting it all out. Just,
Yeah.
allowing them to flow through you. The thing is,
You get to decide how you feel.
correct. And own that. And there's no right or wrong. We do have good and perceived good and bad days, if we're hormonal or whatever. But rather than embedding them into us, just allow them to flow through, because we're exposed to so much every day, and we're feeling beings. That makes us
Yeah.
different, because we're
Yeah.
we're, we're feeling, sensing beings. So it says feelings don't have to define you. So allow them to come through you, to flow through you. Let them go.
Change the way you think about them.
Correct. If you're feeling sad, that's good. Hi, I'm feeling sad, and just allow it to flow through. Some days I go, tomorrow's a different day, and I'm allowing this to go through me. And it's not a pity party. It's just like, I've got sadness to clear. It's just, I want to
Yep.
shut it off and let it go. Go and have a long hot shower. Some days I think I can't do this particular type of work because I'm not in the right, I'm not feeling it, right? I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a! I love how it all ties in. It's always amazing, hey? It's always beautiful. So,
It sure is.
any closing thoughts from you, or imparting words, wisdom?
No, no. I'm feeling that love for everyone. So my guides just want to love you and let you know that everything is always okay.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. And just from today, I think it's just every week I'm getting little nudges and supportive words and insights about, retraining our thoughts, getting away from the distractions, getting into the being, stopping from the doing. And I'm just chipping away because it's simple, small steps every week. What can I do? Just stop myself when I find myself getting distracted or getting busy, and start to feel again. It's when you're not feeling, right? When you're not feeling it, that's when you need to stop and pull the plug out, right?
That's when you know you've lost yourself.
Mm.
If you know how you're feeling for most of the day, then you are grounded within yourself.
Mm.
If you're continually pushing away your feelings, then it's time to come home to who you are.
Mm. So true. That's your wake up call, isn't it? Yeah, you to check in every day. Am I feeling
Yeah.
singer, or am I just doing? Fabulous. Once again, end of episode 4. Kaz, always been a delight hanging out with you and with the golden group. They're so insightful and so caring and
Thanks,
gentle,
Sally.
so loving. You can feel it.
They are amazing. And so are you. And so is everybody.
So is everyone. Let's just start feeling it this week coming through. So with that, we're kind of complete. We'll catch you all next week. Join us on the Quantum Thread. And of course, share, like, and comment. And if you're after any topics, just reach out.
Questions. Yep.
We're always here.
We will do a question and answer session with the guides and with the cards as well. So ask away.
Fabulous.
See you for episode 5.
Okay, have a great week. See you, Kaz.
Bye.
That's it for this episode of the Quantum Thread.
If you have questions you'd like answered by the channel or topics you want us to explore, reach out anytime.
You can connect with Kaz for private channel sessions or with either of us for support on your journey.
Until next time, keep tuning in, trusting yourself, and following your inner thread.